Good day, ladies and gentlemen, viewers at home. We're back again. This is Barry Entertainment. My name is Precious Sunday Nkemakolam, and here with me today I have my very good friend.
You know me already, Walter Henry. Yes.
Yes, so it is quite obvious that a lot of people in our society today, especially our brethren, the Christian faith, most of us have, dwell more on the New Testament, forgetting about the Old Testament. Some people feel that the Old Testament is really not necessary, while some people think the New Testament is the new basis for life. So I want to ask you, my friend, what do you think about the belief of persons who decide to fall on the Old Testament and those who think that the New Testament have overcome that of the Old Testament?
I don't know. It depends on where you want us to be coming from.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, this time we're going to be looking at a very serious event that happened in the Old Testament, the book of Numbers, chapter 5, precisely from verse 11 to 31. And this popped up as a result of what is going on in the society. There are some areas in the society that happens to, favor the men and disfavor the women. And a lot of people believe that, since it's part of the scripture, it is something that is supposed to be done. Check your screen. Let's look at the book of Numbers, chapter 5, from 11 to 31.
Well, it's a very interesting portion of the Bible. I think it was talking about the woman's when a man feels jealous about his wife.
When a man feels jealous about
sleeping
the wife,
outside,
and then suspects.
And the man has to take his wife to the prophet, who will administer the swearing for the woman.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Okay.
Very awesome.
If you are saying that's awesome, a lot of people who believe in the New Testament thinks that this is basically the law of Moses, and which should not be taken seriously.
My brother, there is nothing like law of Moses and the law of New Testament. Let me say this now. It is wrong for a woman to cheat.
Sure.
It is wrong. I don't know about the man.
But a man can choose to forgive the wife.
Okay.
Wait, I don't understand. You see what we're saying?
Okay,
It is wrong for both genders to cheat.
Why you go talk that country?
Of course. It
Which
is wrong
wrong?
for both
Let me
genders.
tell you, that is why we are getting it wrong in Africa or this part of our world. We had a woman feel she has a right like the man to shank bekus. You don't have that right. You see from where we are looking at. You see where the prophet had to administer that the woman should take the oath. And this thing, you can agree with me, this thing happens in our contemporary societies.
Okay, before we still go into that, let me tell you what happened. There are some places in the eastern parts of the country, Nigeria, where the wife is not permitted to practice infidelity. And if the wife does such, the implication is that the husband is going to die if he is aware of the wife cheating and he keeps not to say anything about it. Places like Ibeku, Ohafia, Aruchuku, precisely. These places, you as a wife don't cheat. I believe even in Akwa Ibom, there are places in Akwa Ibom too, when you're married as a wife, you're not permitted to cheat on your
Mr.
husband.
Nkemakolam.
If you cheat on your husband and your husband end up eating your food, definitely it's going to take your life.
Mr. Nkemakolam, are you seeing that that tradition aligns with where we read from?
I'm trying to tell
Are you seeing the
it's an
alignment?
alignment of what we read from.
So did you think it's wrong?
Of course, it's wrong. What if a man finds the wife?
Are you a
Wait,
believer? Are you a Christian?
I'm a Christian.
Huh?
Yes, and I think the New Testament has come to. Okay, let me not say that. It's left for the people in the comment section to tell us that. But for me, my perception.
Okay.
I think as a Christian, if peradventure you see your wife cheat, you have every right to forgive.
Mr. Precious, I want you to get something. And I also want our viewers to understand something. The place of forgiveness is a prerogative of the offended. When somebody has offended, it's a prerogative. The person who has been offended has every right to forgive or not to forgive. I don't understand. So, but then, it is wrong for a woman to, let me tell you, that part of the woman, that part is a sacred portion.
Okay.
It's just like the tithe, very sacred. Even God does not joke with the tithe. So that is how a man does not joke with that sacred portion. And that is why even from where we read, God is interested in that place also.
Have you ever come across the scripture, forgive us this day as we forgive those who trespasses against
My
us?
brother, from where you read in that verse 11, did you not see when God called Moses and said, Moses, come and administer this law? It is the law of God. So it's also administered in the ancient time, even till now. So what I'm saying in essence is that women do not have that, how will I put it? They don't have that liberty or that leverage to cheat. Yes, and I support that particular Bible portion. I think women should be given an oath. You shine because you find your way to Mother Earth.
Even some places in the East, like I said, don't even give you the right to do that, because there won't be a platform or an avenue for you to take the oath, because it is automated.
Wow.
Once you cheat and your husband suspects you and he did not say anything to the open and he keeps eating your meals.
So, Mr. Nkomakola, you are saying that it is wrong.
I'm saying it is wrong.
It is very wrong.
It is wrong. Do you know in such places there's something they call Uzi? A man is permitted to have a wife and a concubine. In fact, the woman can tell her fellow woman, this is my husband's concubine's child.
Do you know that it's even
proud of it?
Let me tell you.
But the woman itself is not permitted to
It
do
is
that.
not only biblical, even in the Holy Quran.
Okay.
The man has the right to marry more than one wife. But traditionally, there are procedures you follow. The first wife has to consent for the marriage of the second one. Okay. Are you getting it now? So sometimes some of these measures are put in place so that you have a situation where the woman don't
cheat.
Yes. So I think the Bible portion from that Numbers is actually, I'm in support of that view. This is because it has a whole lot of consequences. Every person has a boundary, and I think for everything, if not even for religious benefit, if not for personal reasons, it's for the bride price.
All right, we'll leave this to our viewers. Leave your point of view in the comment section. Let us know, what do you think about this portion of the Bible and what is happening in our contemporary society today? What is happening in most of the parts of the East? Like I said, the Abia State, Akwa Ibom State, I think Anambra should be part of this law too. So let us know, what do you think? Do you think this portion of the Bible is justifiable? What do you think? Is there any link between this portion of the Bible and the New Testament? Do you think the New Testament is against it?
Yeah, we also want to bring you to know that, do you think as a believer or as a Christian per se, do you think it is right for a woman to be given an oath, whether automated, traditional, on her cheating? Do you think it checks her fidelity? You can drop your comment section with us, and then we'll appreciate that.
And don't forget, a famous media person Daddy Freeze, said that almost 85 to 90% of the women he has cancelled cheats on their husband. So,
I think if I'm to put it right, he said he has interviewed about 85 women, and then 67 of them actually cheated on their husband.
I now scaled it to percentage. That should be approximately 90% of people who he has, interviewed.
Thank you,
fidelity. All right, thank you.
Oh, do you have a nice day?
This kind of flies.